And Neal, I'm wondering if an observer needs as much Supreme Court experience as you have to figure out what was really happening in that court today. Is it as obvious as it sounds to us?
It's as obvious. It's yet another Trump failure. And like all the rest of Trump's failures, thank God. So, before getting to what happened in court today, just a pause on how extraordinary the fact that this was in court at all is. The lawyer for the federal government today, whose job is supposed to be to defend federal laws, went into the Supreme Court to try and tear down the federal law, the Affordable Care Act, which is a total betrayal of his oath. And it's only possible because Donald Trump put a loyalist in at the Justice Department instead of someone who honors his duty to faithfully defend federal laws. And so Trump has been trying to get the Affordable Care Act repealed. He's failed time and again in the legislature. So he sent his lawyer in to try and do it. And his lawyer today said, well, Congress in 2017 eliminated the money you'd have to pay as a penalty for not having health insurance. And so therefore that dooms the entire act because of that one flaw. And Trump's argument got nowhere today. I mean, it was not being bought. The excerpts that you just had from Justice Kavanaugh, as well as the Chief Justice, made this really clear. We don't strike down wholesale federal legislation because of one flaw.
And Judge Alito actually mentioned something that I hadn't anticipated, which is the experience that the court itself now has on this subject between the times it has come before the court. Let's listen to this.
At the time of the first case, there was strong reason to believe that the individual mandate was like a part in an airplane that was essential to keep the plane flying, so that if that part was taken out, the plane would crash. But now the part has been taken out and the plane has not crashed.
Neal, that seems like the judges are learning a little something about this.
Well, I think Justice Alito is an incredibly brilliant guy. I mean, he learned this way back in 2011 and 12 when, the case first came to the court. And I think what he's getting at today is, again, this concept, Lawrence, that if you see a flaw in an act, I mean, if the flaw is essential to the whole thing, if the act doesn't make any sense otherwise, then okay, you can understand taking the whole thing down. But otherwise, you try your job as both jurists and certainly as the lawyer for the federal government is to try and say, save this piece of the act. This piece should stay. And the only reason that the argument today was happening is politics. It was not law today. It was something else, something very corrosive.
Was there any support in the discussion by other justices of the Trump position?
There was a lot of discussion about it. I wouldn't say there was any traction. I think it was a pretty miserable argument for those who were trying to tear it down today. And for good reason. I mean, it's a lawless position. So, it's not the fault of the advocates who were good in court. It's the fault of the position which they developed.